There we go. Good morning.
Good morning, Anne.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Freedom Day. I
And
love those. That's great graphics. Let's go.
okay, hold on. Remove from studio. Now I have to come down and play our intro. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Kyle. Everybody, thank you for watching. My name is Anne.Rossley. I'm here with my dear friend and colleague, Kyle Harvey. We both sell real estate in the downtown Chicago area. We're with Beard & Warner's Gold Coast area, and we love coming to chat with you every week about what's happening in Chicago real estate. So, since I saw you last, what have we had? Well, we had the... I did the Gold Coast Art Fair. Oh, and I want to show you what's going on in my neck of the woods.
Yes.
Okay, pulling it up. Let's see. How do I do this? Present video file. Here comes the video file. You ready? There we are in Jackson, Michigan Avenue, getting ready for NASCAR, and I had to put it in perspective. This is where I live. So it's happening right in front of my building. So,
can you watch from the roof?
What's that?
Will you be able to watch it from the roof of your building?
Our balcony faces south. It does not face east. I'm talking about the roof deck of the building. Yeah. So no, I won't. Shoot. But those people who face east will. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I get to know one now and then start to hang out in their apartment.
Yeah, right. I actually do have quite a few friends who face east. Up until this morning when I walked the dogs, I was worried because they had these concrete barriers that you saw. And I thought, well, what if a car hits one? It could go into the stands. But they've started putting, and I don't know if you saw in the video, the fencing. It's like chain link fencing that comes up and around. So if a car hits it and rolls, it'll roll back in the street. So
isn't that nice? We're planning for disaster, but not disaster that's going to kill all these Chicagoans.
Right, exactly. So, yes, it is quite controversial in my neighborhood because people who have dogs don't get access to the grass anymore. So, there's some people who are elderly that now have to walk like a long way to get their dog to grass. So, I'm hoping it's a great event for Chicago.
I hope so too. And I know nothing about NASCAR, and we're all the Chicagoans are going to learn a lot in the next 2 weeks.
I don't know anything about NASCAR either. It'll be interesting. So today, we are going to talk about lies, damn lies, and statistics, which is what Mark Twain said. And then we're going to talk about Roscoe Village if we have time. And we have some pretty homes in the Gold Coast to show you if we can get to that. So we have lots going on. Yeah. The first thing we're going to do is talk about statistics, but talk about it from the perspective of the lies, damn lies, and statistics, because everybody, Kyle and I have been talking all week about this. So MRED is our MLS, and you can see the map that MRED, they sent out a note saying that MLS reached their highest point this year with median sales price. Yay, we're at the highest point. But ironically enough, this comes on the heels of our dear friend, Dennis Rodkin, who is all over the media talking about falling house prices, right? Yeah. So Kyle, you who saw this like the moment it hit the media called me.
Yeah. And so he's saying it's falling house, not home, prices in Chicago. Show the toll of remote work and crime. So, right. Okay, but take a look.
So, yeah. So Kyle and I are like, where do you get this number? Where do you get this number? So we went back and looked, and this is the median sales price per home. And we were very careful when we did this because Kyle's like, Anne, he said, Chicago, city of Chicago. So I'm like, okay, Instead of looking at our neighborhood, instead of looking at MRED, I'll look at just Chicago and see. And this is it. So, I mean, he said last 6 months through April. So it would be through this point right here, not this month that even came down, which is May, but up to here.
Yeah, I know. And he's saying it wasn't it since before the pandemic. So 2021. I mean, it's not. They're not falling, and it's a moment in time, people.
Right.
Remember, median.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. I've got that slide.
You do that one. You tell that one.
Okay. So then I said, all right, let's look over 10 years. Look, okay, this is month by month. You can kind of see we're going up. So let's look at condos. Here's median sales price of condos last 10 years. You can see the gold arrow.
Yeah.
Up to 404,250. And now I've brought it down to just 1 year. So where's he getting? Okay, we went down 1 month, then we went up. Okay. All right, here's the median thing.
Yeah.
So the reason we always talk in real estate about median sales price is if there's an outlier high or you've had a bunch of foreclosures, you want to just take the middle. And there are 100 or 200 or 1,000. So we figure that by the time you take the middle, you're okay. However, I'm showing you 5 different scenarios where we have 30 cents, 50, 30, 35, 40, and 45 cents. The median is the middle. So if I were to describe this page by saying to you, the lower half median price is 10 cents and the upper two, the median price is 5 cents, that doesn't characterize this at all, does it? And it's the same in our market today in that if more homes are selling in the lower range, that's going to skew that median price to low. Or if more homes are selling in the higher price range, it's going to skew it high.
And right now, the people most active in the marketplace are the first-time home buyers. Right. And the people buying the lower price homes. So, okay. That's going to drag down median sales price.
Right. So then what I did was I took condos and I broke them into quartiles. So in other words, let's look at condos under 400, under 350 rather, from 350 to, what do I have there? 6, from 6 to 1.1 and from over 1.1. Look at that. And the reason I started this way is if you look at this current year, you'll see they're about the same number in each. Okay. But you can see that it varies greatly based on what's selling. 1 year, you may have a lot of properties in the lower price point. And some years you may have more. But I thought this was interesting too. Kyle, look, in luxury over $1.1 million, there's not a huge drop off from previous year.
Yeah. No, and go back to that for just a second. So I'm looking at this and 2021, 22, 23 in the lower price, 2021 had a lot more purchases. And that's because real interest rates were so low that first-time home buyers were buying those properties at huge numbers.
Yeah.
Because prices have because interest rates are so much higher, it has caused that number to drop. But it's also because, if we're looking at the 586, it's also because there are so many fewer of those on the market.
Exactly.
This is both of interest rates and of inventory, which is also inventory is a story of interest rates. So, but just FYI.
Right. And as we talked about last week, these 2 years, 21, 22, they were what we call the unicorn years. We've never seen it before, unlikely to see it again. Yeah. Okay, here's another way to look at it. Here we're looking at only, under 350. I told you I went down a rabbit hole on this. Okay. I thought it'd be fun to look at the pie chart and show you this is 2022. Oh no, this is 2021, I think. Well, anyway. Look how many fewer are in the lower price point. Yeah. It's actually less than what we thought. Okay, so units closed. This I thought was interesting because this is where it gets, remember our median sales price? Down here we are at 1.1, and there may be kind of an almost static like number here, But when you go to under 1.1 in condos, the number of sales is going up, 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 up. See that?
Yeah.
Then
we have inventory in the upper range.
Yes. Well, and look at this. Here's the number of condos for sale by price point.
Mm-hmm.
They're going up a bit, but look where we were before. Within the year, I mean, there aren't that many. So if you break it out and just take what I did was I took the median sales price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's our 404 sales price. Mm-hmm. So if that's really the median price right now for these condos, let's look at what's going above that versus what's going below it. Mm-hmm. So here we are at 404 or more price point mm-hmm. going up, and 404,
I don't understand.
404 or less uh-huh. coming down. And then here's where you alluded to earlier. Yeah. Month supply. This is how many months it will take to get rid of everything on the market, given the current rate of sale. So for luxury, 12.4 months. They've got a year's worth of inventory on the market right now. Yeah. So if you have a property priced over 1.1 as a condo and you're wondering why you're not getting showings or sales, it's because there's a lot out there given the rate of sale. If you're under 400, 1.7 months, basically selling as soon as it goes on the market.
Yeah.
All right. So let's switch to single family. Again, median sales price now 1.4. That's gone up. Mm-hmm. And here we are on a monthly basis.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Year to date. Oh, this I wanted to show you. I thought this was interesting. So we talk median sales price, but what's the bell curve? And it's not a bell curve, really. I mean, if I went down here to like 300,000 with single family homes, you'd see more of a bell curve. But I did under $1 million and then by $1 million. So you can see most of the properties are around that median sales price of $1 million, right?
Yes.
Distribution. Okay. Year to date single family home sales, we're actually up. Though, even though we say there's more inventory, we're actually up year to date on higher priced homes. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're at home or in the car or wherever you are watching this video and you go, what the hell is she talking about? It's because if you start looking at statistics, you can look at it left, right, up, down, inside, out, and they'll tell you almost anything you want to know, right?
Yes. Or support anything that you want to say about it.
Right. Right. I mean, we're trying to bring you what's really going on here, but for somebody to say either we're at the highest point ever or the lowest point ever.
And taking a look month to month, comparing 1 month to 1 month 4 years ago or 3 years ago, the response is it could change next month.
Yeah.
And the situation we are in now versus the situation we were in then. The situation we were in before the pandemic started, right before the pandemic started, was a much more normal market. Yeah, we had lower inventory just because, I mean, for various reasons that I can't even remember now. But it wasn't high inventory, but it wasn't crazy low.
Right.
Crazy low. And I think one of the things that stays with me from last week's show, 70% of homeowners currently have a mortgage of 4% or less.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, that's a very important point. And they consider it an asset.
And
right? It's money in the bank.
They're not going to move because they have this. This is part of their financial planning for the future versus a loan that they have outstanding on their home.
Absolutely right. Okay, so single family homes closed again by price point. But here I want to show you pending because that's what's going under contract now. But look at how they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
And this is the number of units for sale down again. So there we are looking at just the 1 year, but look at our inventory.
Those are months supply of single family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're 3 million or more, there's 20 months worth of supply.
Yeah.
But if you're like closer to the median sales price, you're in very healthy, like either buyer nor seller ranges. So, okay, that's my long look. But the point is, and I did have a friend come up to me and say, Anne, I heard our price is really going down. And what's your answer, Kyle? No, that's my answer too. They're not really going down.
No, they're not really going down. Though there was a map, I think it was in the Wall Street Journal. Was it in the Journal or Washington? I forget where the map was, but it showed price appreciation over the past 20 years of home prices. And some places it was like 490%. I mean, those are places that had where you could have bought a house for a dime, and now they cost $5. Okay, whatever. But Illinois was one of 3 states where it was just pretty much double. It was shocking how little it was us, it was Connecticut, and West Virginia.
Okay, think about this though.
Eddie,
double in 20 years.
Yeah.
So the point is, if you want a good, steady investment that's not going to go up or down like the stock market has gone, look what the stock market has done. If you didn't time it right? I mean, you did okay if you bought it and kept it for a long time, but that's beside the point. In the stock market, you want to invest 100,000, you got to put 100,000 in, essentially, usually, right?
Yep.
With a house, you can leverage. Right. So that house that you bought for 500,000 20 years ago, that is worth $1 million now, you could have bought for only putting $20,000 down. So you made $100,000 over, or $500,000 over 20 years with a $20,000 investment. And your monthly payment didn't go up.
Yeah, no, there are so many reasons why Illinois is not experiencing the woo that Texas and Florida and those states that had big jumps that were unrelated to change. All they were people willing to pay anything to get a piece of property down there.
Right.
Illinois doesn't have that. And thus we continue to, our prices continue to go up slightly. Steady Eddie, Illinois, steady Chicago, they continue to go up. That's a good thing. I want to live in a place that doesn't have panic and change and chaos.
Well, and yes. And when you have too many purchases too quickly in an area, the infrastructure can't handle it. Yeah. Roads, you know, services, amenities.
Did you see that there are parts, I think parts or all of Phoenix are not allowed to have new development because they don't have the infrastructure and in particular water to provide to these new places. So let's go to Roscoe Village, people.
All right. Okay. So Roscoe Village is part of North Center, and let me give you a map.
That's a great map.
So the yellow is the yellow is North Center, basically Montrose down to Diversey and I saw 2 different descriptions. I saw Ashland and I've also seen Ravenswood. So, but I've seen North Center signs on Ashland. So, that maybe is the middle zone. People here may want to call themselves Lakeview, who knows? Anyway. And then this portion is the Roscoe Village, which is basically Belmont to Addison. Which incorporates.
You know that the community area is called North Center, and there is a plat that describes precisely what it is. People may want to call parts of it West Lakeview, but it's not. This is the North Center.
Right. So here's a map that shows you, and if you go to this bit link, you can get an interactive Google map to show you, but it is a great location for lots of different reasons. There's great single family homes, 2 flats, condo buildings, loft buildings. There's great housing stock in this neighborhood. And you've got great transportation. You can get to it from the Brown line. You can get to it through various buses. It is more of a driving neighborhood than some of our east neighborhoods that have more of the L and easy access. But look, it's not too far from the Kennedy. So I'm actually working with a couple right now where the husband works in the western suburbs and she works downtown. And this is an area that they're considering. Great schools here. Bell, Coonley, Audubon, great public schools. Lane Tech is in this zone. And then you're also very close to two big parks that are family parks. I'm not just for kids, but really, like, my kids played baseball at Wells Park, which is just up here, technically out of North Center, but right at the edge. And then a lot of my friends' kids, and they played baseball at Wells too, but a lot of kids also play baseball and do football out of Hamlin, which is down here a little bit. Whoops, wait, I didn't mean to do that. So anyway, great parks.
I can't see your cursor when you were pointing to things, just so you know.
Oh, I'm glad you told me that, because I just always assume people, yeah, I'm going like this. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Okay. So anyway, I am very bullish on North Center. So just a quick rundown. You've got all price points in North Center, very healthy. The inventory, like, look at the median sales price in North Center. It's really gone off the charts. And in large part, it's gone off the charts over the last 10, 15 years because of the improvement in the local schools. And that has led to families wanting to move in. And there's been a lot of good new construction and so forth.
We've also, there's been a lot of commercial investment there. Good grocery stores, good retail, just all sorts of their restaurants. I mean, it's just been, it's now a very stable, attractive neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely right. Look at the inventory here. You've got 1.5 months, 1.8 months, but even in the upper brackets, not a lot of inventory. People want to live in Roscoe Village, North Center. Is that all I have? Oh, there we go. Oh, homes for sale by price range. Look, look how few homes there are.
And 11.
11 over 1.7 million. But in the 1.1 million to 1.7 million, which is the sweet spot for a single family home, just 7 right now.
Look at that. And it's just shocking.
Yeah. If you want to live there, you're going to have to move quickly and work with a good agent.
Right.
Okay. Median sales price for single families. Again, 3.2 months, 1.2 month, 1 month, 1.1. Just, yeah, it's a very healthy, thriving location. So what does your money get you in North Center? I pulled up a couple of condos. The first is 1800 Roscoe. This is the Pencil Lofts. It's very close. It's very close to Brown Line and Irving Park and transportation.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is fun loft living.
Yeah. Great condos.
So this one is listed for $439,900. It's been on the market only 12 days, 1,400 square feet, cool loft, nice gym and sun deck.
After this weekend. Yeah.
1811 Addison is a condo listed for $415,000. Been on the market 4 days.
Look at it.
You can get some nice space there.
A lot of great space. How big is it?
They do not give me square footage, but it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Right. And
outdoor parking. Got a little place for your dog. Okay. This, I actually toured with clients who were looking to buy. They ultimately decided not to buy this. It's 2209 West Belmont, unit number 3, priced at $959,000. So at 2209 Belmont, it's at Levitt, basically. We're getting close to Western Avenue there. They ended up not buying it because of this. This is a doggy daycare with a big backyard for dogs to run around. Okay. And this would have been their unit overlooking. So they're like, I can't blame them. But look inside.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty? Lovely finishes. This developer did a nice job. 2403 Bernice, unit 201. You can see this is a bigger
Very good looking.
Okay, so we're basically at Western and Bernice there, which is 3800 North. Isn't that pretty? That's priced. Okay, so this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Again, I don't know the square footage. Priced at $639. Been on the market 69 days, reduced from $649. Garage parking.
And outdoor space. Great looking. Great looking.
Yeah. Okay, and now I have houses. Let's say you'd like to buy a house in North Center. This, oh, wait a minute, where's my sheet?
This Roscoe Village or North Center more generally?
This one is, oh, I don't have the price on this. This one was like 800,000. I wanted to find one that was less pricey. Yeah. And it is smaller, but look how cute it is.
It looks move-in ready. It looks great.
Yeah, for $850.
Wow. Is this okay?
1911 Wolfram, $1.4 million. So this is right in the sweet spot.
Yeah. So that's
pricing. Yeah. Look at it though. 6-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4,100 square feet on a standard city lot. All masonry.
Oh,
and I didn't clean that up very well. That's pretty, isn't it? Very clean. That's the kitchen everybody wants, right? And open to the back. And the other thing that everybody's looking for in Chicago these days is this mudroom. So you come in at ground level, leave all your crap. You can go upstairs,
or you go down
to that family room.
Yeah,
in the lower right there, or you can go down to the rec room.
This is really well designed.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's my fave. Okay, if I'm going to move there, this is what I want. 2217 West Cullum, 50 by 125 lot, and they take beautiful advantage of it.
I love the yard next to it. Oh,
isn't that awesome?
It is awesome.
This also has that pretty mud room. Look at that. So you come in from that pretty backyard. You've got the bottom right. You can see the staircase and the big windows to the backyard.
No, it's great.
Isn't this lovely?
I bet you that's gone this weekend.
I bet it is too. It's just so pretty. And you're in a good public school district here. Look at the treatment on the ceiling there with the beams. Incredible. Bedrooms. Now these are lofted bedrooms. But you got a deck off the master here.
Yeah.
The primary rather, sorry. Couple more bedrooms up. And then this is the lower level downstairs.
Keeping with the Chicago theme that you always have a bar.
That's right. That's right.
Happy
and here, this must be right from that back staircase because you can see on the top left how you go up the stairs. And, you know, I think it's all, you only go up half a flight, remember, because then there's another half flight to go above. No. So it makes it open and easily accessible, but yet separate. Look at this backyard. So you got the kitchen, the outdoor kitchen, got an outdoor fireplace, you got paved area. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? They really took advantage of this 50-foot wide lot.
Yeah. The only weirdness, go back to that picture just because we have to point out weirdness. The fireplace, you can't really be at because it's right up against a fence. I'm just throwing that out there, people. Throwing it out there. It can't be perfect. There always has to be just a little weirdness.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I would have to look at a floor plan and check.
I'm
sure there's a way we can fix that.
Absolutely. Take out that little garden and put some chairs.
Well, you know what? I wonder if somebody bought this as the second owner and decided a vegetable garden was more important to them than
a fireplace.
And you know this was added. These are like gold or platinum photos. So they added the fire in.
No, but what I would do is then sort of make it storage and cover it up in some sort of interesting way.
Yeah.
This is Kyle. Everyone, hi. I'm just showing stuff that nobody cares about.
One of these days, you have to show everybody pictures of your condo and how you renovated it.
Yes.
So anyway, so that's that. Living in North Center, Roscoe Village. So
yeah,
great neighborhood in Chicago, close to downtown, close to the highways and transportation. Yeah. We didn't even get into 2 flats in Roscoe Village. There are some amazing 2 flats.
There are 2 flats. There are 4 flats. There's a lot of multi-unit housing for developers. It's a especially Roscoe Village. It's one of the places people really want to invest in.
Yeah.
There's a great rental market there too.
And St. Ben's, we didn't talk about that, but you've got the St. Ben's area around Bill, and that's been hot for years and years. So there's so many great places in Chicago. Like, okay, we love where we live.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, Kyle, I could live in so many different neighborhoods.
As could I, happily.
Yeah.
I have lived in other neighborhoods happily. I just live here out of inertia. And I love where I live, but it's
yes, exactly right. All right, so you want to show your Gold Coast houses?
Oh, just because we got time. Oh, for heaven's sakes, let's just look. So I'm preparing for an opportunity to leave. Can you bring it up?
Oh, sorry. Let me see.
No. So I was doing some prep work for regarding Gold Coast housing market in the Gold Coast, and so I took a look at what was on the market. And there were, I think it was like 27 houses for sale just in the part of the area that I refer to as the real Gold Coast, the traditional Gold Coast.
27. But that's because they're in that upper bracket. Like your price range is probably what, 2 to 7 million or something?
Wait. So this is from North Avenue to Oak Street. You can't see, my arms are out. The lakefront to Clark.
Okay.
Maybe it's LaSalle. There aren't a lot of houses there. And the lowest price home is this one, which is a coach house at 1234 North Dearborn. It's on the private network for 1.2 million. Am I able to make this? Oh, I am. 1.2 million. And it's small. They don't tell you exactly how small, but it's 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And it's really sort of an interesting hideaway. So it's on the block between Division and Goethe, behind this, not behind this house, behind a house on, and they don't show you the house, on Dearborn. Isn't that kind of cool? I didn't show a lot because the bedrooms were standard bedrooms, people. We don't things that are standard.
No, I love the look of that. For me, I would have to feel good about walking into it, meaning there would have to be a decent gangway from Dearborn to walk down to get into the property. And if there were, I think it'd be great to be in what feels like a single family in that neighborhood at that price point is phenomenal.
And very private.
Yeah.
It's quieter. However, it is on the block that has some activity sometimes.
Right.
Posted Division. So I hear what you're saying. I absolutely hear what you're saying. This is 45 East Division Street, which is on the market currently for just under 2.4 million. So 2.399, which let's be honest, let's call it 2.4 million, which is and the reason I included this picture, and I'm staying on this picture, is this is why we tell you to do your exterior photos during the summer.
Yes.
That house look.
That's beautiful.
And it's and I chose this photo. It gives you a sense of the living room and all the light, but it also gives you a sense of they've got a little outdoor patio to the side, which is great for grilling because the kitchen is behind you. And then they've got otherwise it is perfectly transitional, beautiful, up to date. I just wanted to show you the things that are that make it sort of special. So 2.4 million on Division. On the south side of Division.
But you know what? Division's not as insane as it used to be.
Yes.
It used to be you really had to think 100 times before buying on Division. I don't think you have to think 100 anymore. You may want to think 20 times.
And this is between what's it called?
Between State and
but I think it's between Astor and Lakeshore Drive. So I mean, it's
okay. You're really far east there. Yeah.
It's not terrible. And but look at the shape of this house.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
I wonder. I would love to see the plat to see, and I think it is. I think it goes like this. But isn't that an interesting?
So yeah, the lot is irregular instead of being a straight 25 wide all the way.
Yeah. Huh. So pretty cool. It looks sort of like a boat. Anyway, then this is. Okay, I keep trying to hide things from myself. This is 1404 North Astor, and it has, it's right in from the corner of Schiller and Astor on the west side of the street, so it gets a ton.
Uh-huh.
But it's on the market for $2.4 million. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 and 2 half baths.
Does it need a lot of work?
Oh my God! No parking. It is in very original condition.
Oh, there you go.
And somebody likes the color red.
You know, though, I always like buying properties like that because you know what? Take away the paint color, take away the furniture. You've got a nice room with that beautiful bay window.
No, this is a fixable house, and somebody will buy it. The tricky thing, though, is for the luxury market, people want/need parking. And you have to solve the parking problem. There is a garage, but it's sort of a walk. And so I just propose that they need to solve that. The garage is 1350 North Lakeshore Drive, and you can come out on Schiller for that, but it's a bit of a And then this is their outdoor space. They don't have any kind of outdoor space, but they have this pretty deck.
Okay. And but what was the price? That was a $2 million house, right?
$2.4 million. It's been on the market for 20 days. Okay. And this beauty just came on the market in the past. No, it came on the market a month ago, but I thought it was so pretty. This is 77 East Cedar. So on the south side of the street, painted to look really dramatic. It is on the market for, which I think is very interesting. So the original list price was $5.2 million.
Uh-huh.
The list price now is $5.4 million, 499. So it's really $5.5 million. So they went up.
Interesting.
I know. So maybe
so it's just the dark gray. It is not the light gray stone to the right, nor the brown stone to the left.
This is their listing, original listing.
But it looks wider than a typical house over there.
It's not. It is. The dimensions are 24 by 71. So it's really shallow. It's a typical old, the old Gold Coast. But you're right. It looks wide.
Yeah.
The lot is 24 by 71, but look inside. They've really done a nice job on this.
You know, the other thing, people, and I want to point this out, go back to your picture before. They use wide angle lenses to show you everything in the room. But the trouble is sometimes it makes the ceilings look low, and I'll guarantee you these are not low ceilings.
I'll guarantee you these are not low ceilings. But here's also something that's sort of glorious. Can you see my cursor or not?
No.
Okay. In the middle left of the screen is a cage of glass.
What is that?
That's the elevator.
Shut up. Really?
I know. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is very cool.
So
sometimes when they have the elevators, they're like claustrophobic. You can't see anything. That's awesome.
So when you have a part, turn the elevator up to the top and you get all this light coming through. It isn't this big, dark thing in the middle of it. So it looks I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Look at how interesting the kitchen is. It's not.
I love this. I love when they take the wood with the stone, the mix of that gives it warmth. This is awesome.
Isn't this great? It gives texture. It gives color. It gives all sorts of stuff. And then I can never pronounce this right. Whatever the marble is, it's beautiful.
It is lovely. Yeah.
Sometimes I get it confused with the olive, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Italian marble. This is not even the main bedroom. This is a guest room.
No kidding.
I know. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
And then I thought this was interesting. This is their transitional room. So you see the elevator again. This is the top floor to the outdoor deck. So pretty transitional room.
Yes.
And then their beautiful outdoor deck. And then, of course, because I couldn't stop myself, that's their deck.
Oh, so nice. So nice.
That's it.
And that's an outdoor TV there, it looks like.
It is.
Wow. And then they can also cover up the pergola. That's awesome.
Everything. It's great. So that's now, you can pay more for it. $5.5 million.
I'd love to know what they did. They must have done some improvement to justify that price increase.
I wonder instead, and I didn't look. I should have looked. I wonder if they put the wrong price in initially and then it put the right price in.
Oh, so like within a day they increased it or whatever that could be.
There was a house.
That's my nightmare.
There's a house on State Parkway where they put the price in as 23 million instead of 2.3 million. And then they put the right price in, but it shows as a cancel fee list. So be careful out there, real estate brokers, you'll cause a mistake.
Exactly right. Oh my goodness. Well, we went over, but it was so fun. It's like eye candy. It's like real estate porn. Just looking at properties is so fun.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed our show. We answered some questions about the real estate market. Remember, Chicago market changes every day. If we can help answer your questions about real estate, get in touch. We will see you next week, but probably not the next, because by then it'll be 4th of July weekend. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank
Anything
you.
else?
Great show.
Good seeing you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.